girlfriend cheated, my son isn't mine but I can't lose him too. Everything feels like it's falling apart. It's only been a couple weeks barely, but in my brain it still feels like it happened a few moments ago. I'm 27 and my girlfriend since high school cheated on me. She wasn't even the one to tell me. Her best friend had a huge fight with her that ended their friendship, and to retaliate she told me my girl cheated on me with this guy years ago. I remember the asshole too. We literally went to his funeral 3 years ago. Now I feel sick knowing the truth. My girlfriend came out and told me everything. She hooked up with him all the time before my son was born. When I asked if my son was mine, she admitted she wasn't sure. I couldn't take it. I had to leave and I've been staying at my brother's house ever since. She keeps begging me to come back so we can work on our relationship. I decided to get a paternity test done and I just learned today he's not my son. I still can't believe it. My mind is everywhere with this. Now that she knows I'm not his dad, she's telling me we need to work on us or I won't get to see him. She's literally using my son to convince me to get back with her. It's so hard believing this was someone I thought I was so in love with. Now I just feel hurt. When I think about never seeing my son again, my heart starts pounding and it's like I can't breathe. I can't lose him. My son means everything to me. He's the best thing to ever happen to me and I love him more than anything in my life. He's only 7 years old. I'd kill if I can live without him, but she's only giving me the choice to get back together with her. She's only letting me talk to him for a few minutes at night on FaceTime before she tries to talk about our relationship. He says he misses me and I miss him like crazy too. I don't know what to do about this. I don't care about biology or that he's not my blood. I just want my son. Honestly, I'd seek legal advice. For all intents and purposes, you're that boy's dad and you both deserve to be able to have a relationship, regardless of if you're with his mother, which by the sounds of things you don't want to be. It's pretty sick of her to treat you this way. I'm very sorry you're stuck in this situation. But really, legal advice and maybe some talk therapy for you to be able to express how you're feeling, because this is a lot to be dealing with. Heart. I can't believe she would do this to me. First she cheated and lied, but now she won't let me see my son if I don't get back with her. That's too much for me. I can't get back with her ever. I just want to have a way to still be in my son's life. Thank you for this. I'll try to see what legal help I can find. Yes, get some legal advice. Did you sign the birth certificate? That might give you some leverage. Yes, my name is on the birth certificate. Does that mean it's possible I could fight for custody of him, or at least still be in his life? I don't want to get back together with her at all. Jesus, what kind of monster is this woman? Obviously is only concerned about herself. Like, how do I raise this kid on my own? Type thinking about herself all the time, money, etc. It will drain her. Of course she wants you there to help, so she is using the kid she has lied to you about for 7 years as leverage. Again, monster. Depending on what state you live in, there is such thing as a psychological father, meaning you have been in the child's life, held yourself out to be the father and provided for the child as your own. State I'm in, Colorado, will recognize a psychological father in court. I'm not an attorney, but I am a paralegal for a child support attorney, and actually deal with this kind of thing a lot. Seek legal advice and definitely petition the courts for some kind of custody. Good luck. That little boy is so lucky to have you as his daddy. Are most states like that if you've been a dad to your kid their whole life? My name is on his birth certificate and I've been providing for him this whole time. That would help if I went to court over this. I don't live in Colorado, I'm in California, so I'm not sure if it's something common in other places. /surviving infidelity. Hug. My boyfriend comments on my cooking and it pisses me off. I need advice on this. I know it's a low-profile issue. I see the stuff posted on this subreddit, but it makes me so angry and I have tried to put it aside, but I am clearly not good at it. So please give me advice. BF 22 meters, and I, 21F, have been together 6 years as of February. I am mixed, Latino and black. He is black. am adopted by 2 white people. My parents are great BTW. But this stems I guess the issue. I live in one of the few cities that has a black majority, not minority if it matters. Growing up we were called dad if you want groceries and call mom if you want takeout type family. My mom doesn't cook. She will make chicken noodle soup or a chicken rice casserole on events, or if you asked her. She is a salt, pepper, half and half type person. Her dishes taste good but it's insane the amount of salt used in them. BF knows this. I cook as a hobby. I made most of the family meals growing up, not as parentification or anything. I literally only cooked what I wanted to eat. My dad would buy the supplies and I just made enough for the 6 people in my household as a result. BF doesn't cook at all. Never even learned. He tried cooking once for me once and I walked in on him pouring Prego, jarred marinara, into the boiling pasta water. We ordered takeout that night and he never cooked again. BF and I have lived together 2 years now. He doesn't cook or want to order takeout for the reason it tastes so much better when you cook it. But when I'm cooking he will come in the kitchen and question me, or be like that isn't how my grandma makes it, and it truly pisses me off. Since I was raised by white people he acts like I have no understanding how to season properly. Example, our best friend visited us, different city for college, and he didn't want to eat my fried rice prior, and when I said I was making it he didn't want any, but best friend did. Best friend helped me make it. He all of a sudden wants some, and thinks it's great. He says it's the rice quality. However I know damn well the rice quality was the same when I made it first and best friend didn't make the rice I did both times. Best friend is black, and he made comments on how the seasoning was, even though I did all the seasoning. He will come in the kitchen and question me even though he has no idea how I to cook, then get offended when you call him out on the BS. It happened multiple times. I even stopped cooking for a month but was told I am overeating. He thinks cause I was raised by white people I don't know how to season, but then turns around and says cooking tastes better when I do it, and scarfs down multiple plates. What should I do to solve this? If I'm cooking and someone comes in and gives me shit, I immediately stop what I'm doing, pack up what I immediately can, let them know that this is clearly not a good time and that I don't want to cook anymore, and leave. My mother has always been very aggressive about being a backseat cook, and I can't tell you how fast it shut her up when she watched me pack it in the fridge, and half an hour later she'd be gone. Literally nowhere in sight. A few times she got smart and thought that if I was watching something on the stove or in the oven, or if I had cold supplies out that had somehow prevent it, so I just started turning off the stove and oven and going back upstairs, letting her know that I will wait until she is done. I don't care what it is I'm doing. If I'm making food that you will eat and you're going to give me shit about it, then I just won't cook, and that will solve the problem immediately. I can guarantee BF will figure it out after a few times. It's important to remain emotionally indifferent. Just leave. It doesn't concern you. You aren't doing shit for him. If he gets aggressive about it, let him know that you're not in the mood to cook and you're ordering something for yourself, and he needs to figure out what he'll do on his own. I can only echo what is said here. The answer to anyone criticizing cooking is, then you can cook your own meals. Anyone who doesn't know how to cook just needs to practice. It is beyond inappropriate to sit and be negative on a service someone is providing for free. It's a gift each day you make something for him and he needs to realize this and appreciate it. Stop cooking for him. He's in charge of feeding himself now, not your problem. Cook for you only. The Prego thing was an intentional fuck up. He wanted to force you into the role of cooking so he can be a lazy shit. Let him starve in his helplessness. Seriously consider this, op. There is no way he genuinely thought the sauce goes in with the water. That's pretty absurd. My BF won't stop farting on my cat. Boyfriend won't stop farting on my cat. My boyfriend, 22 meters, and I, 20F, live together. Brought my cat with us to the new place and he won't stop farting on her. It's gotten so bad to where whenever he feels like he needs to fart, he'll search for her so he can fart on her. I doubt she cares because she's a cat, but I've told him to stop being mean to her and he says that's just how he shows affection towards her. But he doesn't fart on me, so that doesn't make sense. I've got to do. I've asked him to stop but he just can't apparently. He said he has to. This was the most hilarious notification I've gotten from Reddit. He doesn't fart on me, so that doesn't make sense at me spitting out my drink. Try farting on his face, that'll do. Fart on his dong. This post almost turned me, 35F, asexual. Thank you. He just likes stinky pussy apparently. TBH, I feel awful for the cat.